Hey Creakers, Robo here, and welcome to the stream. I see we already have a few people here. It's really fun to see that even if we do a live stream, there are still some people that are willing to see this. So, here we are with our little stream for making a 3D model of the amiibo handle. I've already got the program on, so I think we're good to go. Is the microphone and everything great? I also have some music to put on the background. Let me get that. I hope everything's okay, and I also have the chat right here, so if there's any problems, I will see it. Well, thank you, Wouter. Great to know that you guys will always be there. Well, let's get started. I think it's best to start with the handle part. Maybe in the meantime I can also explain this program a little bit, because this is the 3D modeling software I use for all of my special parts that I need for my projects. This program uses 2D sketches that you can expand into 3D shapes, and that's how I'm going to be able to make the handle. If this program works. Hey, Divine Data. Let's see. Just get this. Yeah, finally. Get this right here. Make it so it's vertical. Then I can use these points to make it all one single line. Then the fun part, I can use this tool to make the shape of the handle. Yeah, there is a bit of the delay during the stream. It's, well, yeah. It's not something that can just easily be fixed. Or just, this is the maximum that my internet here will allow. Sorry about that. Now I can use this size as a size for what the handle is going to be at the maximum. And let's say the bottom is 25. Same as up here, 25. And then if I make this line construction, trim this. Then I can use the mirror function to get a handle. Hey Firelight! Let's see. Then I'm going to test something. If I make a sketch right here, I can use this function. Yeah, that's not going to work. So let's do copy, paste. To get sketch right here. Then I can use move entities. This one to get them to get this cross section. Then I have to go to the top plane. Then I can make the bottom or the top. Both actually. Then I want to give it 8 sides. And I want these points to meet so that we get this. Then I need another plane right here, and another one at the bottom, reference plane, because with these, well, these are going to be used later on to make the shape of the handle. Then I can use plane 2, sketch, and now I can use the other sketch and directly place it right here. And now comes the fun part of creating the 3D model. Now I'm going to use this one. Now I'm going to say use this shape and this shape to make the 3D model. I do have to make sure it's in the right orientation. But now we just get an extended octagonal. So I think I can use these, or my plan is to use these to make it so the shape lines up, if this works. Maybe it's selection manager. Oh, I know what's wrong. Hola. Yes, the stream will be saved for later. I will post the full video right here on the channel, so you can watch it back later. Let's see. I need to edit these ones, so it's just these curves on the sides, because now the sketch sees it as a full circle, but we don't need that, as we are using these as guiding curves. So let's get the boss base, this one and this one. Okay, that's looking good. And then use these, yeah, and then it's already taking shape. Then I need to use the other ones to make sure it does it on all sides. Like this. Looks like it needs a little more guiding curves. So let's make another plane. Like this. And make another plane. And then I can copy this sketch again. Then I can make another sketch on one of these planes. Paste the sketch. And then I need to use the move entities again to get it in the middle. Like this. And then this was plane 3, so I need to make one on plane 4 now. Ctrl V. Place it in the middle again. And I think with all of these guiding curves, well, let's just do one more thing just to be certain and make one more octagonal in the middle. Just so it has a little more reference points. Then loft boss base. This thing, this thing. Make it line up. Come on. Like this, and then oh, I do need to make it the right order, like this. That's already looking great. And now we can use all of the curves on the sides to hopefully make it that it follows those and gets the specific shape. I think it's working. This, and the last one. And that should make it like this. Let's get those planes, let's hide those planes so it's a bit clearer. Now we have the start of a handle. Then I'm going to make a sketch on the bottom, because for the vinyl product I want to add some magnets on the bottom. This way I can just, when the figure is in the handle and I want it to dry, then I can place it on a special holder with other magnets in, so it can be at a safe place. Let's see. I know the magnets I have are 8s with a tolerance of 0.2. Then I can say make those have a distance of 50 millimeters from the middle, and then I can say take this sketch and make a circle pattern around the middle, and then I have 4 circles. And then I can use this tool to make a 3.2 to make a cut on the bottom, and now we have a little place for magnets. Then we're going to make another octagon. That's what I was looking for, an octagon. I'm actually going to use one of the sketches from the shape. Let's see, sketch 7. Convert that to make the bottom have the widest of the handle, or to have the bottom use the widest part of the handle. Let's make that 1.5 centimeters. No, 1.5 centimeters or 50 millimeters. But I need to make sure it isn't going to be one, so don't merge results. And now we have two solid bodies. Then I can use the chamfer tool to go around here and give this just a little bit of a nice edge. Here and here. And then let's say 5 millimeters. Yes, 5 millimeters from the sides. Hey, I misplaced. Just like this. Then I'm going to use the same sketch for the magnets. And then turn it the other way around. And make sure it cuts into the base. And now the base also has the same holes for the magnets. So now they line up, and if I place the base on my working table, then I can secure the handlebar with the figure onto the base. Then we can start on the handle. We start with a circle. I usually like to make the same everything out of the same sketch. It's just a little bit easier to see everything. So let's see. I know this is going to be the amiibo, so I know that those have a diameter of 50 millimeters. So this needs to be bigger than that. Let's say 70. Like this. And for now, I'm first going to extrude this, just so I know what I have. Like this, and let's do 10. So I know this is going to be the base for everything. Then I'm going to need to cut into this part, sketch, and now I'm going to need to make a guide. This will be where everything will slide, or let's say differently, this is where the claws are going to be placed. Although, to be honest, this is going to be all free-handed, because this part I do have the idea, but I don't have the measurements yet, so please bear with me. Make that a solid 8 millimeters. And let's say this thing and this thing. No, that doesn't work. I'm going to make some use. Then we're going to have to use some points to get the idea. Make sure this lines up with that. And now I can say the distance between the end and the guiding rail will be, let's say, 3 millimeters. Same as for the space in between, or the space in the middle. Let's do that 3. And then I can use the circular sketch again to make 4 of the same. Looking at the sketch and looking at this, I think I need to make that a little bit bigger, just to make sure that has enough space. Can make a base in the middle of 8 again. And I feel like this needs to be a little bit bigger as well. Maybe not that big. Maybe 7? 7 seems about right. And I actually realized this needs to be a hollow space. Wait, if I make a circle from the center to the end of this part, then I know this will be the end. Then I know these will line up because those are locked now. Let's see. Now I can make a cut again. Then I'm going to use the larger circle to make well, let's make that 10. Okay, because it's actually not a weapon. Wait, let me see. It's actually based on these. These are handles that are able to be bought for miniatures like Warhammer and that kind of stuff. My goal is to make a version of that, but make it so it fits an amiibo, so I can use that during the making of custom amiibos to have a better grip on the figure and be able to turn it. And with the magnet base that we've just made, with that I can use it to, well, to have a place to sorry, I'm just a bit nervous right now, so I can't really find the words, but with the base that we've made right here, that can be used to place the figure safely while it dries. Let's see. This part needs to be a little bit bigger. So let's make that 80. And I also need to make it a bit larger or a bit higher, 20. Oh, but it looks like this has a bit of problems. Yeah, looks like that isn't correctly. Then I can use a circular sketch again. This time it is around the base. So again, and now I can use this. Okay, great. Yeah, I guess the confusion can come from the thumbnail, but it was the most. Yeah, it was one of the 3D models I had been working on, but yeah, probably for some sort of next stream I will look into a thumbnail that is a bit more correctly. Okay. Then the other way. So now I'm going to say cut the circle into the base, but make it make it a distance from the top. So now if I activate it, you can't really see anything. But if I make a cross section right here, you can see now we have a hollow space. And I will use this for where the claws are going to go. But I want to take out the middle to have a bit more support. So then I need to use this, 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 and this. And now, if I do it again, I have a little base, or I have a little support in the middle. And then I can use the cut function again. And now we're going to delete the tracks, or now we're going to cut out the tracks. So, just like this. But I'm going to edit this feature a little bit, or a little bit more, to make it that it also cuts into the bottom. So when I have the claws in this, in the handle, they do not only have support from the top, but also from the bottom. Yeah, I think it's visible right here. Like this. And I think I'm going to add a fillet right here. Just running off these points a bit. Otherwise, when you're grabbing this, you will just have these sharp edges in your hand. That's not that great. This. And also on the top. Yeah, just like that. Now this will be a bit smoother. You can especially see it when I say do not show the lines. Yeah, that's a lot smoother. And let's do the same for the underside. Right here. And then say 1 centimeter. Just like that. But now I'm going to need to work on the claws that are going to hold the amiibo. But for that I'm going to need to open something. So I'm going to have to do it so sorry for the BRB screen, but I'm going to need to get a file. Let's see, open. This one. Got it. And the file I got, that was my, well, actually I don't think I've ever shown this even on WVD Creations. This is my custom designed amiibo bases. I've modeled these to the exact measurements of normal amiibos, and just for fun I've put on the amiibo logo and my own logo of WVD Creations. But I've also made these with these posts so I can open and close them to, for example, put an amiibo chip or put some batteries in to make some lights in the amiibo figure. But what I came here for was to get the measurements of these, because these are the exact measurements of the amiibo. So if I can get these, yes. So those are 49.10 millimeters, and those are 84 millimeters. Then I can use those for the claw. Oops. Going to make another sketch and start to work on the claws. Oh, now nice to hear that you're also working on something in 3D. What exactly do you mean with an UV? It's not an abbreviation I'm familiar with. Sorry. Let's say 15. And let's say that one also 15. Let's make a square. And now I'm going to make circles from the middle with these sizes we just got. 84 and 94.1. Let's see. But now I'm going to need to make this one. Now I'm going to need this and this. Come on, Klaus. That function always keeps on way too long. So, just like that. But now I can see that this doesn't really line up with the end. So I'm going to need to edit this circle. Ah, so that's why. And let's see. Looks like I'm going to have to remake that circle. Because I want that circle to be at the end. To have a final point. Or to have an end where the amiibo sits. Let's see, that's going to be 7.8. Then I'm going to say this one and this one have the same middle point. That way they line up perfectly. Actually going to give these a bit more support. Towards the amiibo. And then use the mirror trick again. With this one and these mirror entities to have the same ones on either side. And Then I'm going to edit these to make it one shape. Turn entities, and now I can exit the sketch, and then I can extrude. Then I can follow this pattern and have a little claw come up. Oh, I forgot. Because this way it's just part of the handle, but we need it to be a separate moving piece. So, do not merge results. And now it's a separate piece. Then we can use the same sketch again. Well, select the sketch, use it again. But now to make the post. That's 15 millimeters out of the top of my head. Moving down. Let's do 14.2. Then that one will be right there. Add a little fillet on that. Like this. And then I'm going to cut out the side of the amiibo. For this I'm going to need to use this tool, or just make a line. Make sure it lines up. I'm going to need to go back to the amiibo and make sure I got the correct height. Because this is 7 millimeters. This is 3 millimeters. So yeah, it's exactly 10 millimeters or 1 centimeter. Then I can use that to size it up to 1 and say make this, that was 49.1 divided by 2, because this is this is half of it. And then I'm first going to say this point and this point are always vertically correct, or always vertically connected, and say these points are 24, because that's half of 48. And maybe you can already spot that this is the side view of the amiibo. And then I can use this feature to say around this axis, cut with this body on the claw. Oh, wait, the fillet connected it. Fillet, edit feature. And why did it connect again? Oh, probably because of this part. Yeah. Now it's just connecting the two parts. Just connect to the claw. And then I can use the revolved cut around this axis, 360 degrees. Okay. And then it has cut the side of the amiibo. I'm only going to go back to this and add a little bit of these. Just make sure during the printing process that that's not too tight. Okay. That looks great. Then I can add a fillet again. Yeah, let's not do that edge. And now we have the claw. At least I think we do. I want to take a little bit of a looky. Yeah, I want to add one more function. Front plane. Front plane sketch. Because the clamping force of this holder will come from a elastic band that I will secure in the middle. But this is just a cylinder, so it doesn't really have a spot to be placed. So I want to add that before I finalize the design. Let's see. I need to use this. Make a line here, here, and here. Then I'm going to say this part and this part. At least that's what I'm trying to do. I do have one other idea to make those lines. No. Then I'm going to exit this sketch and go to the sketch of the claw. Edit sketch, and then I'm going to add one point right here. And then go back to the sketch for the elastic band. And then I'm going to take this one, make it show up, and then I'm going to say this point and this line. Or maybe not. Oops. Yeah, now we can use this one. Then I'm just going to say this thing is always vertical. And then it should line up perfectly with that. Then I can say these ones and this one and this one always cross each other. Make that construction. Now it should line up with the bottom nicely. Now I'm just going to need to do this. From this point to this point to have a center line. These line up, and then these, this and this. Oh, come on, I don't need that line. Yes, horizontal, and then I'm going to need, then I can just edit this one to have it always be right. Then use this feature to get rid of that sharp point, like this. And let's add some measurements to make it a bit nicer. Otherwise, like this is going to be 4.54, let's just say 5. 5 millimeters across, and from this, can I use this one? Yes, I can. And let's say 3 centimeters. Yeah. Like this. Oh, I only need to add one more line to the middle, because we're going to use that center feature again. So now I can exit the sketch and then select this and use the revolved cut again and say around this point, cut around that, and that should make a little, it should make a cut into that. So if I remove this one now, yeah, there's a little slit in the back for the elastic to be placed in. Okay, then I can do this. Now I'm just going to Now I'm just going to freshen up the model with a bit of fillets. Just make it look a bit more nice. Or a bit nicer. These ones going down. I'm not going to add a fillet to the bottom because that's going to be, well, maybe not glued, but it's going to stick to our working surface. So I want the most surface area as possible. Then for later on, I'm just going to name this the handle. This I'm going to name claw. And this I'm going to name the base. Then a little fillet. I said a little fillet for the top. So let's do that of a 1 centimeter fillet should work. And that's just a basic model. But now it's just, well, it works, but it's a little boring. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the amiibo. And if I go to here, select this, then I can get my logo. Copy this sketch. Go back to this one. Let's see. I want to make it on one of the sides, but it's not really lined up with everything, with anything. I think we're going to need to make another reference plane. This one and this one. Nope, that doesn't work. This point and this point. That to finalize it. This point. Yes, now it works. Then I can sketch on this plane. And get on this. But it seems to be on the other side, or it seems to be mirrored. So now I can use this. That I don't need. No. Also not that, also not that, also not that. Now I can use the mirror function. Now I can use the mirror function, but not the copy function, to get the logo right side up. No, not copy. The logo, rotate around, let's say this point, 90 degrees. Perfect. Yes. Then I can move the entities. Well, I think then I'm going to First need to make a plane or a reference point. No, not that way, that way. Then move entities, or select these, move entities, and then from this point right here, or a bit more to the bottom, I think right here. I think that should work. Exit. And then I'm going to make a little trick. Use this one to cut, but make it offset from the surface, this surface. 1 millimeter. No. From surface plane? I have done this, but not like this. Not the other way around? Or is it the other way around? Yeah, just like that. And if I do this, then it should, yeah. Now there's my logo engraved on the side. And let's see if I can use the same sketch. Well, no, I can't use that one because then it's going to be flipped. So let's do the same. But let's do the same thing as there. Reference plane, this point, and one of the points below. Oh, that's edge. I only need a point right here, like that. Once again, then make a sketch, and I'm going to see with no. Import the logo again. Remove this part. Oh. Easy. Let's see if it still has the do not copy function. Sure. Nope. So. Once again, make a reference point. Oh. Control 8, Control 8. Make a reference points from the middle of this point to the middle of this point. And now I realize that I should have probably put that on a real. Well, that I must have put a real measure to that, because now I can't get them the same. So Turn around this thing. 90. Okay. But before we finalize this, I first need to get a measurement from the previous one. Smart dimensions. From this to this, what's this? Oh, it's also not straight, I see. But I believe if I do this and this, yeah, then it's just going to affect that one. I can try. Nice. Always fun when you accidentally get a middle point instead of a line. I don't want the middle. I don't want a point. I just want a line. Like that. I'm curious if the rest will go with this. And there we go again with the point. Line, line, line. Let's see. Can I make this vertical? Oh, it is vertical. Okay. Looks like it did work, but one of the O's has gone. Was now missing its middle. Looks like all the inserts are a bit moved now. So let's adjust those. It's not that easy to get my logo in, it seems. So, I think now it looks okay. And I think, since I now already did the work, I'm just going to copy this, exit the sketch, and use this on the other side, instead of also straightening out every part of that. Control V. And then I'm going to need to make a line. Or no. Yeah, I'm going to need to make a line there. Let's see. Break this and make this thing and this thing perpendicular. Make it all construction. And then I can make this thing to this thing. Oh, smart dimensions. Make that 12. Then we do move entities again. And move the logo from this point to this. No. Now it's just getting more lines. My bad. Yeah, start point. Come on. Yeah. Move with this, move it like this, and then put this one, put it on the line. Then I can place it on the line, which makes it a bit easier to say, make that point always on that line, and this line, make those touch. Oh, no. Let's see how to do this. I think we're going to need to move the entities again. Or just move the logo again. Like this, escape. And should place it right there. And then I just need to add this and this. Touching. Yep. This should make the logos the same. Exit sketch. And then we do the cut again. Extrude the cuts from this surface. And then other side. 1 millimeter. Okay. And then we have the logo in again. And I'm feeling maybe an amiibo logo right here. So let's grab that. Sketch 10, Control C. Go to this one. And then sketch on top. Hopefully if I place the cursor right there. Yeah. Nicely or nicely in the middle. Then I only need to scale it a bit down. No, not scale up, scale down. 0.8. Yeah, like that. And then I can do this. Make another little cut. And then we have the amiibo logo in the middle. I don't know, should I just make the logo part on the claws? I think that's going to be a bit too much. I think I'm going to keep it like this. Let's see. The handlebars made. We got the claw modeled after the amiibo base. It has a place for the elastic. It's touching at the bottom. I think it only needs to get a fillet right there for a bit of support. Maybe not a fillet, maybe a chamfer. One. Wait, can I get a chamfer there? Edges of multiple bodies. Is this? No, it isn't. It's just a claw. Yeah, like that. But then with a chamfer. Wait. No, a fillet will be right. Okay. Finish a little fillet right here. And the claw is also ready. Then I only need to make a matching fillet around the rails. Like this. And I think this is done. Only one more thing I want to do. But for that I'm going to need to go to the screen again. Or to the BRB screen for a minute. Now I'm just going to save the parts. And then I can get you guys back. And then I'm going to save the bodies. Now I can just save every part as a separate body. That's also going to be really handy when we're going to 3D print this. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry about the error messages. So now to close out the stream, let's make a little animated version of this. If this is going to work. Let's see. Then I'm going to say browse. And then I'm going to get those 3 parts. And I'm going to make the first part will be the part that's solid. So like this. Then I can insert components, browse again, claw and handle as one of the 4 claws, and the handle. And I'm going to need to do the claw again. Insert components. Claw, open. Insert components, browse, claw. Press it 2 times. Then I'm going to delete this part, just to get another claw that's in the right orientation. So that's a bit better music to my taste. Okay, then we have the final parts. Let's assemble it. I'm going to say this and this should be aligned. And the one next to it, those 2 should also be aligned. So now it's going to go on top. And just to make it a bit nicer, let's do this part, advanced mates, and say this. Say it can have a maximum of 0 millimeters and or have a minimum. No, it can have a minimum of 0 millimeters between them and a maximum of, say, 100. That just makes it so it doesn't go through each other. Then we're going to need to go back to standard mates and say this thing and this thing. Touch like this, and then we're going to say this thing and this thing should also touch. Well, and it's not totally complete. Let's see. This is claw number 5, so I'm going to say this and let's see here. This and this. Yeah, that should be aligned. That just makes it so it's square. And then just do that for the other ones. This part, this part, this part, and this part. And that's claw number 2, so let's say this part and this part should be aligned like this. Wait. This part and this part parallel. We get it now. That should be the other way around. I'll fix that later. Now it's inside. Just to make sure it's right. Yeah. Not like the other one. But now I need to get it on top. Show the handle again, so. And then finally, or for this part, finally, this part and this part, all the way around, and make that line up. And the final one, here and here. Okay. Oh, damn it, that's the other way around again. Well, that's also one to be fixed then. That's claw number 4. Front plane and front plane. Align. What's wrong with this? Front plane and front plane. Just parallel. Whoa. That does not look good. Let's see what went wrong. I think it's going to be best to make that thing again. Wait. Why is that linked to the top of that thing? Okay. Then at least we know where the problem is. So then we can do this again. Other way around. I actually meant other way around. Let's not do that. Let's see, I'm going to need to move that first. Or, mate. I'm going to need to combine those. Yeah, that works. Then this one. That thing should be okay. Or just like that. And then finally, this front plane and this front plane parallel, okay. Then the only thing I need to fix is this part with, I believe, yeah, this part. Edit feature, other way around. Just like that. So. And this is what's kind of going to look like. You have the claws that can move in and out. Well, maybe not this out, but in its track it will move like this. With the elastic that will go inside this case. And because of that, all of the claws will be in a resting position, probably like this. But when you put an amiibo in the middle, they will stretch out and put a clamping force on the figure, so it will keep in so it will be kept in place while you paint, sculpt, do all of the custom amiibo things with it. And when you're done with your painting, sculpting, and you need it to dry, you can place the handle with its 4 magnets on the base, and this way it will have a safe place to dry. So that's going to be the design. So this is going to be it. And I think with this, we're going to close off the stream. Well, we hope you guys all enjoyed this stream. So it's a bit muddery, and I wasn't able to look at the chat that much, but it's my first time and I was really nervous before this, so I hope you guys can forgive me on that part. But that's going to be all from us now. Keep those creative gears turning, and we will see you in the next video.